What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video where we're going to be breaking down the S&P 500 futures E-mini futures contracts. We're going to be breaking down from the top down, monthly, weekly, daily, down to our 30-minute profile. Reviewing a couple of trades that took during today's wild ride in the FOMC. Closed it out. Beautiful day as far as P&L goes, and really solid finish for the bulls for any buyer in the market right now. They are looking pretty solid. However, we're going to be reviewing our DraftKings uh, swing trade. DraftKings swing trade. We are sitting up on it pretty nicely. However, this is a paper trade, so no real P&L in this. I just wanted to take the trade just to show you guys how that trade worked out if you were to take it on the breakout of a daily balance and if we reach those daily targets that I had set in previous videos. So we're going to break it down, go ahead and get into it, and let's look at our monthly here. Monthly. So January closed as an inside month inside this tight little range of the previous 2 months. However, I did say the 41.41 level would be a huge level that we needed to find acceptance over. Needing to find acceptance over it. My balance high isn't until August. However, some people may have the market in a balance using these 3 months here. For me, I don't call the monthly up or trending up or breaking out of this range here, out of this channel, out of this balance area until 43.2750. That's when I will start to say the monthly is clearly one time framing up, because at that point we will have pretty good acceptance over the 41.41 level. So far, start of this month, it's looking good. We want to see how we close into the week on Friday. We got some big earnings that have come out today. We had Meta that came out. I believe they kind of missed a little bit on revenue. Not a big deal as the market's kind of shaking that off. And then the Fed raised the rates by 0.25 basis points. So another small raise. Maybe they're looking to raise even more so in March. That was kind of the talk early on, but I believe the market liked what they seen. And then once we began to come out of balance, and I'll show you that here in a minute, once we began to came out of balance on our daily, the market went parabolic and we kind of just shot straight up as shorts got absolutely demolished. So monthly, we are looking to come out of this monthly balance, trying to find acceptance above that high in September of 141. We get above that and hold above it. You should see our monthly balance high up here at 43.2750. Another thing to note, we are coming out of this downward trend. Could this be a turnaround? Is this something new this year? Are we going to start to trend up, attempt at these previous monthly highs, and take back, and potentially, I'm not saying we will, but there's a potential in the market to do anything it wants, and there is a potential to go and see highs on this next year. Am I expecting it? No, I'm not really expecting that to happen. However, it is a possibility. Do I expect us to trade in a large range sideways for quite some time? I do. I do actually. I would not be surprised to see us trade in this large range for quite some time, unless the market really just starts to get some legs underneath it and starts to push up with some volume. Then and only then do I think we'll get the highs. All right, enough about the monthly. Let's go into the weekly. Weekly, one time framing up, trying to get above that 141 level. We've been one time framing up 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks in a row now. As yesterday we were an inside week, and then today we took out last week's high. So we're still setting higher highs and higher lows on our weekly chart here. We are one time framing up 4 weeks in a row. Pretty solid. We've now gotten above that outside week down back from December. We're now getting above that outside week down, which also happens to be that 41.41 level that we've been talking about. So we're getting above that. Didn't quite close. We just barely closed above it by 3 ticks. So is this acceptance? I don't know. We'll have to see how we close out Thursday and going into Friday with some more data, economic data coming into the market and see how that goes. But another thing to note, breaking that trend, that downward trend is breaking. So that's something to keep our eye on. Let's go ahead and look at the daily. Look at our daily here and go ahead and bring up our balance that we marked the other day. Our channel, range, however you want to call it, it all means the same thing. So we are breaking out of our 4-day balance. We took out our 4-day balance high. I said if we could not take back previous day, uh, get below the get below the upper distribution and get into the lower distribution, then the likelihood of taking out the previous day's high and testing the balance high was pretty good. And if the market did like what Papa Powell, good old Jerome Powell would say in the markets about what he was doing, then we would have a good potential to take that out. Um, so far, that is what we're doing. We've closed above our 4-day balance high now. We are one time framing up. The market needs to find acceptance. I would not be surprised to see us have some type of consolidation uh, in this large range that we had early on, or later, excuse me, later in the day. But pretty large range today, 114 point range. Very good volume on the day. Volume today was 1.7 million on the futures contract. Average is about 1.2. So overall, netting a lot more than what we normally would do as far as futures go. Let's look at the SPY. Nope, that's our DraftKings. Little hint there. Let's go ahead and look at SPY. SPY did 101 million shares today. 101 million. That is a hefty amount. Average here recently has been about 79 million. So pretty significant as far as volume goes on the day. So that's really good for buyers wanting to see volume ramp up as we start to take out these highs and look for acceptance above that 4140 level. And then DraftKings daily balance high. Here's the level. Oop, that's not what we wanted. There it is. There's our daily levels, our targets. I did not take any off, but you can see that we took out on our daily balance here. Took out the daily balance. Ignore that. We took out target 1. We took out target 2. We're going to see if we can get up to target 3, which is up here at the 1745 level, to the 1725 level. We can get up there. It's really good. But so far, breaking out of that daily balance with really good confirmation and volume, meaning we have a solid $10,000 P&L potential on a 100 call for the 100 lot on the $15 call for February 17th. So if next week, coming into the end of the week, we're still in this range up here, I'll look to take off about half that position and hold the other half until we get up to that third target. But we've hit our first 2 targets. If you would have taken that call play on the pullback, you're looking really well as this thing is breaking out of balance to the upside, one time framing up on the daily. Really good trade on that swing trade. Like I said, 10,900 P&L on the paper account. So cannot complain about that if that were a real trade there. Even if you took a 1 lot, you're still doing really well on just one contract. What was my entry price on that? Entry price was at 97 cents. So even if you bought just one contract at 97 cents, and I believe at one point it was even lower, I believe it was at like 70. If you would have bought it at 70 cents, even 50 cents, you were looking solid on that trade. All right, enough about that DraftKings. Just want to give you guys an update on that. Will not be looking to sell until about Friday, so come in Friday. I'll let you guys know what I sold and how I sold it. Alrighty, let's go ahead and break down what occurred on the 30-minute profile, trades I took in the day, and what we're going to be looking for in the future, aka tomorrow. And as you can see, pretty wacky day. Take out all these destinations real quick and just give you the raw profile. Majority of the day we did nothing but chop. inside the previous day's range. It was an inside day for a good portion of the day, trading just as I was expecting to, between the price probe and the lower or the bottom of the upper distribution where single print started here in B period. So traded up here for a good portion of the day. We actually traded a little bit above the price probe for a good portion of the day and then just in between it. So it did exactly as I was expecting as far as just chopping around prior to the FOMC. Now when when the FOMC came out, Fed Powell came out, gave us what they were going to be doing as far as rate hike goes. Came out, we shot down, shot back up, and just traded here in the middle distribution. Stayed within the range, in the day's range. However, today was a very visual day. As I bring back in the destinations, very visual day. After A, B couldn't take out the high day, you knew we were going to be coming down to this price probe and looking for acceptance above it. We couldn't quite find it, so the price probe got tagged. There were a good few long opportunities against that price probe and a good few short opportunities against the high of day. However, we just chopped back and forth through the opening a few time frames, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 time frames before F, G, and H periods. Attempted to make new lows on the day and attempted to get near our get down into the lower end of our upper distribution from yesterday. We couldn't quite get there as F period didn't go trend. G period was an inside bar. H period another inside bar, and then in I you can kind of feel that they were getting ready to pop this thing as shorts would be covering prior to the Fed, and you just kind of felt like we would get up into where the point of control was at the time, which was right around the opening at 40.78. So good long opportunity there to pop the stops at H's high and go up. I did take trades there. Didn't take many. I took one long to pop the top in I period. It was also to get above the 144. Over to show you here. If it would let me zoom in. What time was that? What time was it? Around 12:30. Prior to all the big moves. Got to put things into context. All right, so right here is where I got long. We had a little consolidation towards the end of H period, and then in I period, once I opened up, you felt like it was going to move to the upside and pop H's high, and that's exactly what we did. So I entered in a long position around 70, and as we got above the 144 and popped up, I exited around 73 on a 2 lot for a nice 6 point gain on a 2 lot, 3 point per contract, so 6 point total. Could have held out for a little bit longer to get a full 12 to 6 point gain, 12 net, 6 per contract. However, good trade there. I did not hold it, but initially was a good trade. All right. Didn't take anything else after that. Just kind of let the market do what it wanted to do until Powell came out to speak, or until they gave us the rate update. Powell came out to speak. J period, we got the news. Came down after getting up to the highs here. We came down, took out today's low, or not, took out the day's low. Pushed down near the afternoon pullback low. Was a great long opportunity against that level. It just goes to show you how mechanical this market really is as far as algorithms and short-term traders go. Knowing where that location is, shorts were getting out at that point. Algorithms were getting out, providing a bid, as well as lack of liquidity in this area. It was very low volume on the way down, kind of tapered off near the lows, and then this thing shot back up, got back up near the high of day, and then we came down and just chopped around in this tight 70 to 75 point range. And then K period, good old Curly As soon as Powell came out, we pushed up, didn't quite take out Jay's high, came down, took out Jay's low, got the afternoon pullback low, filled the set of single prints below us, got below them by a literal point. So if you would have waiting with a bid there to take the long and say you had your stop about 2 points below, you're risking about 3 points. And this thing then just rocketed right on up to the upside as K period Curly got about an 80 point range. Massive set of single prints that left. Took out today's high. Got the previous day's high, or got the balance high up here at 4109. Filled that set of single prints from the 13th. Continued to push up. Then we finally moved up even higher in L, getting above that balance high. And then taking out, or not the balance high, but getting above that area where we needed confirmation on our monthly, getting a price probe in M, and then closing beneath the price probe. However, we do have a price probe, so most bullish thing you want to see for tomorrow is opening above the 41.41 level and above the price probe here. We do that, we take out today's high. This thing has room to the upside, so much so that I don't even have destinations marked on this contract. I'd have to go back to the old contract from September to even see where the next destinations are. So as far as that goes, I don't even have destinations for you guys. I don't believe. Yeah, I'm all out destinations to the upside. So this is all new territory for me on the this year's March contract. So we'll see how it goes. Let's go ahead and mark. Oh, before I forget, I did trade K period. I bought K once it came down. We held the afternoon pullback low. The single prints filled all that. Came back up inside the day's range. I got long 63. This thing popped really good for me. I got out 72s. It continued to run up. Once we got above Jay's high and today's high day, I've said, all right, this thing's got legs. We're going to keep on moving, as well as Paul in the Discord room was giving us great guidance. Paul Asmar, if you don't know who he is, go check out his YouTube channel. I'll leave a link below. But we popped this thing, and he was saying prior, even before we popped it, he was saying prior to it that we would definitely take out today's high and go and test the balance high. And sure enough, we did. Got the balance high, but I was long above the opening, or not above the opening, but above the previous day's high on pullbacks. Scalped out 4 or 5 points at a time as we pulled back and then just rammed it up. So really good day for me P&L wise. Didn't trade anymore after K period as I went to the gym and got some stuff done there. So let's go ahead and take out these destinations. Take out this high day. Take out this high day. Take out where the single prints filled. Take out that 41.41 level. And let's mark today's high. Mark today's high. Boom. We went absolutely parabolic today. Kind of crazy day. Days like today are very exciting in the sense of opportunity that is presented if you know and are prepared for what the market is potentially looking to do. As if you were trying to short on the push up, thinking this thing was definitely going to come back in, you just got absolutely mollywopped. You got demolished. So please, if you were somebody that was trying to fade this day, you were definitely not doing well. And you're probably a lot of uneducated traders. I used to be one of them until I met Paul and joined his room. I used to be pretty uneducated. I was probably one of those that blew up my account trying to short on the way up, thinking this thing was overbought and would pull back in. But understanding the market context, understanding that we were coming out of a daily balance, understanding that all of our moving averages are converging, understanding the levels and the momentum behind it. Context is key to everything. And so I knew on pullbacks I was going to be looking to get long. Price probe here. Sorry, went on a little rant there. But so many people got hurt today because they did not know what the market wanted to do. Please do not be that type of person who tries to fade this market on a push up, especially when it's looking to be pretty strong. All right, so we got single prints that start here at 1725. They start here 1725. So on a pullback, I don't know why. You can look to take a long in this area. I would probably wait to see how much of these single prints you took back before getting long. But ideally, you'd like to see us pull back into it and find bids, uh, basically trap shorts in the market, uh, that would be providing the bid, basically being the buyer for you and helping you on the pullback down. They get filled at 89.75. So single prints fill here, 89.75. 3, boom. So why are they single prints? As you can see, K period was the only time frame to trade through this area, whereas everywhere else was a double print. So basically A B double print, meaning in that range, both those time frames traded there. So K period being the only time frame that traded in this range will be the reason it's called single print, meaning shorts were trapped. They were hitting the bid as well as momentum buyers hitting the bid, being the buyers, stepping in, pushing this thing up higher, and then not pulling back into it. So we got that. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, 8 wide, nothing significant. And then we got today's low of day. Low of day 48.50, which I do not expect to see tomorrow, but you never know how this market wants to move. But what I'm expecting tomorrow is if we open up above the price probe, we open up above the price probe here at 1444 or 4144.25. We open above that, then you should have a good chance, good odds favor taking out 4163.25 and then moving up to the next daily level, which I do not know what it is. However, if we open up below the price probe, you will look to trade down into the single prints and maybe fill in some volume in this area between 40.89.75 and 41.17.25. If we pull back into this set of single prints, hold it, and then push up and take out the today's high, then you'll continue to one time frame up on the daily, be attempting to find acceptance above that 41.41 level, and then move up higher. But like I said, the most bullish thing for buyers is to open up above 41.44 and that 41.41 level and push up higher. If we were to take back this trend day, take back this set of single prints, then you'll trade and you find acceptance into the lower distribution, then look to trade between 40.89.75 and 48.48.50. Either way, they are really large ranges. The upper distribution 41.17.25 to 41.63.25, really large range in either direction. So you could possibly chop around in here or potentially chop around in here or fill in volume in the between 41.17.25 and 40.89. Good possibility of that. Let the market digest. Tomorrow we'll see what we can do and how we trade it. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. Catch you guys in the next one. See ya.